Good morning. Good morning. All right. So I had made a decision to dedicate some time in my busy day to discuss some things that people were calling and asking me about. I had people emailing me. I had people coming up to me, hugging me, crying. I had people ask me what their next step was. So what we're going to do today, we're going to go over a couple of things. We're going to go over 5 easy things, very free, things that you can do today to make sure that you start aligning yourself to be successful. All right? It's not going to be something that's going to be easily done overnight, but it's going to be something that when you do it, it's going to get done. All right? So first and foremost, I'm going to put in my contact information. Some people, it may not necessarily be as easy as I say it and as I sound. So if you have any issues or concerns or questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to put in my business card so you can see it. All right? I know there's like a sheen on there, so hopefully you can see it well. All right? So that's Joanne Silvestri. That's JoanneSylvestre. And my email is at joanne@tnnetwork.org. I actually have my phone number there. And my email address, my website, my apologies, is www.tnnetwork.org. We are a nonprofit organization. We work with minority women on getting leadership pathways, corporate leadership ladders, healthcare leadership ladders, and entrepreneurship mentoring. And we'll discuss this a little bit later. But I also work with men. Men, I know you all, everybody in this world needs some type of guidance. If I can be a resource to link you to an individual who can help you, I will do that. So please don't feel deterred. Don't feel discouraged. There is something and someone out there for you today. So I'm going to show you what I wrote. This is 5 things that you can do to be a great leader. All right? The next 5 things that you can do. Number 1, research. All right. Joanne, I want to be successful. I want to make lots of money. I've gone to school, or I'm thinking about going to school. What do I do next? Let's do research. Let's look at the things that are available to us. What have you seen? What have you not seen? Are you interested? Don't worry about whether you've seen somebody of color doing it. Don't worry about whether or not you see somebody who is your age doing it. Think of it as a no limits mindset, right? If someone's doing it, you can do it. Even though there is favoritism in the world and people do gain access to certain things without necessarily having to put a lot of work in, please understand and believe that you, with the right frame of mind, aligning yourself with all the tools and the resources and the skills that you need to get that position, you can accomplish that. Do not ever believe in a million years that that can happen to you. You're actually blocking your blessings when you're doing that. Just a food for thought. All right? Now, when I say research, I mean, if you want to be the next executive leader, find out what that executive leader is. One of the things that I did to build myself up in my career is I didn't look at what my boss did. I wanted to know what my boss's boss did because that's what I was interested in. I wanted to see their resume. I want to see what they did, what they learned, how did they do it, right? Because that's my next step. That's my blueprint. That is my blueprint, all right? I want to make 6 figures. I want to make 7 figures. I want to be a millionaire. What does it take for me to do it? Who has done it? Who's done it better? All right? Let's work wiser, not harder. Always. Now, when you're doing research, right, it does take time. Ask questions. Go on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is amazing. There's something called Glassdoor.com. Put in a title. It'll tell you a range, depending on where you live, how much that person makes, what the bottom salary is to the top salary, what the educational range is for that particular role. Now, I'm talking about leadership in corporate. Entrepreneurs who are watching, I actually have something for you to in the next few minutes. Entrepreneurs, we have a different type of spirit. We have a different type of drive. We are determined and patient. to be able to be successful and to be the next millionaire. But that's not going to happen today, and it's not going to happen 5 days from now. Be patient with me. We will actually talk entrepreneurs. But for those who are looking to align themselves successfully in life, to be able to still be leaders, still make impacts, still make change, and still provide a very decent living for yourself and your family, there are a lot of things you're going to do. John C. Maxwell, love him, love him, love him. If you don't have the book, get it. Leading from the Middle. Now, I know people have spoken to me already about The Secret. I know a lot of people have talked to me about Rich Dad, Poor Dad. These are very good books. If you have not read them, read them. That is for the entrepreneurial spirit. All right? Everybody's not an entrepreneur. Everybody's not an entrepreneur. There are people who are actually quite satisfied with knowing they put in the work, they put in the time, come every other week, they have a solid check. That check is guaranteed to them. That check is going to be what they've earned. I'm not saying that that's the best approach, but I'm saying that everybody's not an entrepreneur. So for those who are bashing entrepreneurs, please with that. All right. I have plenty of leadership friends. I have people who are healthcare professionals who are making impacts every single day, who are fulfilling their lives, doing what they want to do, doing what they love, making a change, waking up in the morning, happy to get up and go to work. Okay, they're not pushing the punch card. They're not miserable. They're very happy. And guess what? It is a 9 to 5, and they're getting a solid paycheck for it. They don't have to worry about it. They don't have to figure it out. They're still having a wonderful living. So please do not deter others. Do not be that negative Nancy who's always telling people what they think what you think they should do. Everybody's not going to be like you, all right? If you're that entrepreneur, awesome, amazing. Me and you could talk about a lot of things. We can build businesses, move mountains. But people who work 9 to 5, they can do the same, all right? So let's remember that. Now, the next thing, skills, all right? Number 2, skills. All right, Joanne, I want to be the next RVP. I want to be the next director. I want to be the next VP, CEO, CFO, right? What do I need to do? You need skills. It doesn't just happen where you just bat your eyes and you're really extra pretty and people like you, or, you're the talk of the town because you dress in Armani and you just the ish. No, don't work that way. Never has, never will. Sorry about that, guys. You actually need skills. All right? Remember, every single person in your life that you encounter is what? Is a customer. I want to buy. And if you ain't got something that I want to buy, I'm not purchasing. You got to have something that is marketable. When you are in the workforce, your personality could be what it is. I may be buying you. I may be buying your personality. I may like what I see. What you have to offer me may be something exciting. All right? Know what you're selling. You need to have skills. It's not just meeting the bare minimum requirement as well, right? If I hire you to come to work Monday through Friday between the hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. to, let's say, type up paperwork, you can't come to me and say, Joanne, for the past year and a half, I've been typing up paperwork, coming into work 9 to 5 between Monday through Friday. Because I'm going to say to you, thank you for doing your job. Okay? That's what you're supposed to do. What makes you valuable to me? What makes me say, let me think about this. This may be the next person that I may want to put in a higher leadership position because they're going to have the skill set and the mind frame to guide and lead others. All right? The reason why I expressed John C. Maxwell, Leading from the Middle, he is definitely huge on teaching people that you don't necessarily have to have a title. You don't have to be a manager. You don't have to be a supervisor. You don't have to be a director. You actually don't even need to be on top to be a huge influencer in other people's lives, in your home, and at work. You can actually be very successful in life if you understand how to make yourself more marketable and approach every single person like a customer. What are they buying from you? What is the exchange from that relationship? What is the exchange from that interaction? Is this my friend? What can they gain from me? What can I gain from them? Is this a colleague? What can I gain from them? What can they gain from me? Remember, every single thing that you do, whether it's a short-term relationship or a long-term relationship, there's an exchange. You need to have something of value for me to want to buy. If you don't have something of value, I don't want to buy. So remember, skills. Build your skills. Find someone who has the skills that you need to find to have and learn them. Google, YouTube, read. My God, reading is fundamental, people. I love every single body. But reading, that's fundamental. And I'm sorry, I'm not against reading about, romance and, the 300 shades of gray and blue and white. What I'm talking to you about is reading things that are going to add to your soft set skills, things that are going to add to your hard set skills. What's up here, that's hard set to me. All right? Because once I have that, I can take that anywhere. All right? So remember that. Number 3. Don't know if you could see that. Okay. Resources and tools. All right. I want to have my business, right? And I want to be successful. I'm selling muffins across the street, right? Dunkin' Donuts is within, 2-block radius of my institution, my establishment. What makes my muffin so much better? Because I'm cute. Right? What are your resources? Are you marketing yourself? Are you branding yourself? Social media. Are you using it? Do you know how to use it? Have you spoken to anybody about it? There are a lot of free resources. You can go to your local government website. There is a lot of investment right now in small businesses and entrepreneurship because we are the ones that stimulate the economy. At the end of the day, people need to understand that if you're going to become an entrepreneur, you need resources. You need to build your tribe. You need to build the people around you that are going to support you. You're going to need to build the people around you that is going to be there to help to guide you. And you're also going to need the people who are going to be the movers and the shakers of the world. Since when did you ever know somebody who didn't know somebody who couldn't help you? Think about that, all right? If every single person in your life, doesn't know one individual thing that can add value to your life, you need to start reevaluating the tribe that you built around you. All right. You need to have access to resources. And again, every relationship is not about being BFFs and huggy buddy with everybody. That's not what this is about. This is about building a team that's going to help to elevate you to a higher place. Right? Number 1, build yourself. Number 2, build your team. Your team is vital, people. Your team is vital. You need it. You need it. Align yourself with people who are aligned with the same thought process as you. Entrepreneurs, please, 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 please understand. Resources, skills, these are things that you already have. Most entrepreneurs, they have that drive. They want to go in, they're motivated, they want to make a change, they're banging down doors, shoes flying everywhere, they're going crazy, right? When you're an entrepreneur, you have to understand, you have the mentation and the vision that someone else does not have. So what skills do you have to let me see that vision that's in your mind? You need to learn how to be able to take what's up here and put it on this, right? And then also freely express it. What is your business plan? In maybe like 5 sentences, very short. Because it's immediate gratification. I don't have time to be reading, 30 pages of what your business plan is. That's cute and all, but you want money. I'm the bank. You want to borrow money from me? Okay, let's borrow money. But I need to know, what's your pitch? What do I gain from this? What is my rate of return? All right, I'm an investor. I want my return, right? I want to get what I gave you. I want to get what I gave you plus more, right? So it has to also be profitable. Look at the pros, look at the cons. Is it out there already? What makes what you have more special than what someone else has? Remember this, people. It is vital. When I want to purchase something, I'm not purchasing a product because it's a product. I'm purchasing something more than a product. I'm purchasing an experience. I'm that ignorant, hard-headed person who will actually drive 5 miles just to go to the competitor of a person who may be across the street from me with a very poor, funky attitude. Customer service, that is a skill, that is a tool, that is a resource. If you don't have it, learn it. Please, 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 please learn customer service, please. I can't express that enough. If I'm a person who's hardworking, I've dedicated myself and all my drive and all my passion on doing what I do, and I earn my pay. I'm not giving you $1 if you flunk it to me. I will give it to somebody else, and I will never go back. I'm just that type. I will never go back to you. You have lost a permanent, loyal customer. Remember this, when you're dealing with people, people are 80% emotional, and then the other 20 is everything else, right? So, although something makes sense to me, I'm going based off of emotion. So if I feel like, this person, they act like their ish don't stink, they act like they're better than everybody, they feel like all of a sudden, like I have to be on them because what they have to offer me is somehow revolutionary to my spirit. No, I can go somewhere else, baby. I can go somewhere else. And if what you have is new and you're nasty, in about another year or so, there's going to be 20 more of you selling the very same thing, because copyright infringement is a BI and everybody steals everything. So remember, why I want to buy from you is because you are an amazing person. I rather pay that extra $1. I rather drive that extra 5 miles. Customer service, I can go on and on. I'm gonna do a class on customer service because I think that's important. Number 4, you see that? Build your portfolio, people. I'm gonna tell you right now, I love you, but know what a portfolio is if you're in a career setting, right? And learn how to build that, right? How do you bring value to the table, right? So let's say, for example, you've been at your job 5 years. 5 years you've been at your job. You're a hard worker, you're a go-getter, you're dedicated, you're passionate, people love you. They talk to your boss all the time. They're like, man, she's amazing. Where did you find her? Please, I just want to give a whole bunch of hoopla because she's amazing. That's wonderful. How do you add value to my company? Right? Well, customer service, right? I got more clients to come in, and now you may have more dedicated clients, right? So let's say on average, that one particular client that we just gained from my proper customer service experience that I've given them, let's say they spend about, $500 a year in product, right? $500 a year. Now let's say that person is, let's say in 5 years time, the lifespan that I'm in this company, right? 5 years time times 500, right? Think about it. That's $2,500 that I just added in value from my customer service with that one client. Multiply that by 10. That's how much I've given you in the 5 years. All right? Forget about if I did overtime and everything else. And don't forget, every single time you make an impactful change, there's actually a value that's added to that. All right? You can actually calculate it with a calculator. One of a great movie that I saw by Tyler Perry. It was Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Because guess what? We're always angry. But anyway, there's a scene where Medea is sitting at the table with the wife, and they're in the kitchen, and the wife is talking about how less of a value she is to the institution of marriage that she just got kicked out of, right? Because she wasn't working, she was there supporting her husband, she was there attending all of his meetings and cooking and cleaning and everything else. And Medea has this calculator, and of course she's over exaggerating, and she's hitting a whole bunch of numbers, thousands and thousands of numbers, but there's actually a real life set based thinking to that. All right? You add value to your company. You just have to know how to speak on that. And that comes from your portfolio. Every certificate you get, every raise you get, every annual evaluations, save them, keep a copy of them, put them in a folder. All right? Because what you're doing is you're building something called a portfolio. You're building all the things that make you different from the person across the street from you or the person sitting next to you, right? That next promotion, when my boss is going to talk to me about, what's the next step for me? Oh, I'm going to be, okay, let's talk about the next step for me. This is my portfolio showing all the things that I've done for this organization within the past 3 years that has added value. If you take a look at page number 3, you'll see that I've actually added a cost savings, or I've added a value which has increased revenue by an additional, $5,000, $25,000, $150,000 to this company. That tells my boss two things. That tells my boss I'm about mine, okay? And number 2, it also tells my boss that I know my worth. Know your worth. Add on to that. Build on it, but know your worth. Know your value. Okay? Number 5, mentor. That is so important. And that is one of the things that I do offer. Mentorship. We were all not raised with a silver spoon in our mouths. We all don't know what we have to do. No one told us that, we were going to be big powerhouses growing up. We were told that we had to get good jobs, hopefully not go to jail, not kill anybody in the process, and, pay taxes and die. Because, God knows how exciting that is, right? God, it's so exciting. But get you a mentor. And that's important for many reasons. You need somebody who's going to be emotionally supportive. You're going to need somebody who's going to be able to help to guide you through your journey. It's not always about feeding me the answers of what I do next. Sometimes it's just being that ear and being that experience. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just want someone to tell me, like, you know what, Joanne? I heard what you just said. But have you thought about it this way? Have you looked about it that way? Or give me a charge. Say, okay, the next time you're in this experience, I charge you to look at that situation differently, right? Or at least offer me some type of feedback. Everybody needs a mentor, okay? If you're one of those people telling other people that they don't need nobody and they don't need, people telling them what to do, or that you're one of those people that people just need to cut out their lives. Cut it. All right? Like, seriously, understand that you're always, from the time you were a child, all right? God gave you 2 parents. You went through the whole entire growth process. Your teacher was a mentor. Your principal was a mentor. The people you saw on television was a mentor. Don't tell me that you don't need a mentor. That's a lie. You need one. It's a great, amazing thing to have one that looks like you, talks like you, understands the same things like you, but you need one. Invest in one. Get you a mentor, all right? When people are walking around in the streets and you see all these memes about you need to cop you a mentor. Get you one, all right? It's going to be one of the best things you get in your life, because you don't know everything. You're not always going to know everything, and you need to build your team. Get your tribe. Again, 5 easy things that you can do, and it will revolutionize your life. Revolutionize your life. I'm gonna throw out a little golden nugget to you. If you do not have a real plan, some people call it what is it? A legacy board, or ideal board, or a visionary board, whatever it's called. If you don't have one, do that, right? If you're not one of those people who are into tedious tasks like doing that, that's okay. Remember, you get what you put in. If you don't have the time to invest in doing something like that, you don't have what it takes. Period. You don't got what it takes. But what I'm going to say to you is really look into building what your process is. Get you a short-term goal and get you a long-term goal. Short-term goal needs to look like the next 6 to 8 months. If it's a year, you don't have a long-term goal. You don't have a short-term goal. All right? That tells me you're a procrastinator. I don't want to hear about what you're doing a year from now. You don't even got a process in what you're going to do in the next 6 months. All right? Get you a 6 to 8 month goal, and please be someplace in that 8 months. Don't be in the same place I found you 8 months ago. All right? I saw something amazing on TD Jakes. He was interviewing the 17-year-old millionaire, and the 17-year-old millionaire said something that was amazing, and I'm gonna shoot that to you if you didn't see that show. The 17-year-old millionaire says, "I'd like to think of myself as the human GPS. I set a destination and I head for it. And when I miss my mark or when I miss my target, I recalculate. Be that person who keeps on recalculating, all right? Set your focus, set your mind. Don't stop. Do not stop. Don't be deterred because you don't make it. If you don't have failure, you don't have success. Remember that, please. You know, people who say I woke up like this and with a silver spoon in their mouths, don't listen to them, okay? Because what's happening is that they're going to continue to practice the same processes they've always practiced, and they're never going to adjust to the needs and the changes of time because they never understood and they never learned about the actual process. There's systems and processes that have been set in place for thousands and millions of years. There's a reason why it's there, people. Stop trying to recreate the wheel. It's been there. It's been there. It's been there. So please understand, as you continue to get older, I'm hoping that you continue to get wiser. Again, reach out to me. These were simple, easy things, all right? But focus on your future. You know, if you're happy going to the same place every single day, doing the same thing, not seeing anything change in your life, then by all means go. But I've never heard of such a thing like that. You know, we grow from being an infant to a toddler, to a child, to an adolescent, right? To a teenager, to an adult. We're growing. If you're not growing, what are you doing? What are you doing? You lying to me telling me that you like to stay in one place. You at least want to see a more than that same old 3% mandatory increase they give you. You cannot tell me that if you're not making changes and you're not doing anything positive with yourself and you're not just jumping in the morning talking about, yes, Lord, you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. They say all the time, if you wake up loving what you do, you will never have to worry about working a day in your life. All right? God bless. Happy Sunday. I love each and every single one of you. Reach out. I'm here. Again, little golden nuggets. If you need anything from me, reach out. And I would love to just be able to, anything you need, all right? I'm also going to give you my social media handles. Sometimes I post things, you know, they may be helpful. You know, these are the places that you can reach me, or you could add me, follow me. Instagram, that's TN_, and that's network. So simple, so simple. You got Facebook, the Nutrescence Network. Nutrescence is NUTRESSENCE. You got LinkedIn, that's Joanne Silvestri. You're going to see me under Director of Operations, but I'm also the CEO and founder for the Nutrescence Network, as well as the co-executive director for the Relevancy Project coming out next month, which is our web series, as well as the CFO for the New York City chapter of Black Nurses Rock. I'm very well involved in the community. I do believe in giving back. If you don't give, you don't get. And it's not about getting. For me, it really is about giving, because I feel so much better when I do that. And then finally, you have my email address. That's joanne@tnnetwork.org. Don't be a stranger. You got resources. You have access. 5 steps I gave you. I even threw out a 6th one. Man, that was free. That was free. I didn't even charge you for that. All right? Stop looking at people telling you that, you know, you can just go get Puff the Magic Dragon from a store and be successful. That's never worked. That's not real. Put in the work and you will get what you deserve. Have a blessed Sunday. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.